Hello people and welcome back to Space Agent. Today I'm going to show you the full harvest moon dances with Mars in the sky. The first days of October come with new exciting astronomical events. The next full moon precedes the spectacular conjunction of the moon and Mars, accompanied by the occultation of the red planet in South America. Learn here how and when to observe them. Full harvest moon. The full harvest moon will grace the sky on October 1, 2020 at 5 minutes p.m. EDT. 21 hours 5 minutes GMT. This time the full moon coincides with apogee, the point in the moon's orbit farthest from Earth. When a full moon occurs around apogee, it's called a micro-moon and may appear a little bit smaller than usual. As the sun passes through the constellation Vigoro during this month, the October full moons always shine opposite it, among the stars of Aquarius and Pisces. The closest full moon to the September equinox bears the name of the harvest moon, as its bright light was a traditional aid to farmers harvesting their crops in the evening. This year it falls on October 1. However, October will host one more full moon that will light up the sky at the end of the month on Halloween. Follow our news and you won't miss it. Learn more about the moon with Star Walk 2 app. Tap the Sky Live option to get blah blah blah. Conjunction of the moon and Mars. Last week, the moon visited the brilliant gas giants of the solar system, Jupiter and Saturn. This week, our natural satellite is going to join Mars in the night sky. The moon and the red planet will meet on October 2, 2020 at 11:25 p.m. EDT, or on October 3 at 3:25 GMT. In the constellation Pisces, shining at a magnitude of minus 12.5 and minus 2.5 respectively. According to the astronomer Chris Vaughan, Mars is the third brightest object in the sky after the moon and Venus these days. In early October, the red planet will be very close to the Earth. It will reach its opposition on October 13 and appear extremely bright and big in the sky. Now you can look for Mars above the southeastern horizon in the northern hemisphere or above the northeastern horizon in the southern hemisphere during the evening. Let the moon be your guide. Once you find it, you'll easily spot the reddish Mars shining nearby. Both celestial objects can be seen with the naked eye. The telescope will reveal lighter and darker patches of Mars's surface and its southern polar cap. Note that in most regions, Mars and the moon won't fit together into the field of viewing of a telescope. The astronomical application Star Walk 2 will help you enjoy conjunction of the moon and Mars. Turn on, as you know, lunar occultation of Mars. Observers from South America can witness one more spectacular astronomical event, the lunar occultation of Mars, on October 3, 2020 at 12 o'clock EDT, 4 o'clock GMT. Lunar occultation happens when the moon passes in front of a celestial body, typically a star, a planet, or an asteroid, and blocks it from our view. This month, the lunar occultation of Mars will be visible from southern and southeastern South America, most of western Antarctica, the Ascension Islands and southwestern Africa. In other regions, the moon won't pass in front of Mars at any time or will be below the horizon at the occultation. If you're lucky enough to live in one of the above regions, Star Walk 2 will help you observe the occultation. Note that on the screen the moon will cover Mars earlier than in real life. Zoom in on the moon with your fingers to remove this effect. Happy stargazing. Stargazing tips? Yes, that's what I'm looking for. What will the first days? I'll talk about also stargazing tips for this week. What will the first days of October bring to us? Read on to learn more about the celestial phenomena that are worth to look at on September 29th, October 4th, to October 4th, 2020. Zodiacal light for about half an hour before dawn in September and October every year. Observers in mid-northern latitude can see the zodiacal light in the eastern sky. Zodiacal light is sunlight scattered by interplanetary particles concentrated in the plane of the solar system. It is best seen in areas free of urban light pollution. You can read more about zodiacal light in our article. Look just above the eastern horizon for a broad wedge of faint light centered on the elliptic, which runs through Venus and the bright star Regulus in Leo. Don't confuse the zodiacal light with the Milky Way, which is positioned further to the southeast. Bright lights in the night sky. Here's a list of the brightest objects you can see in the sky this week in decreasing order of brightness. No surprise, the moon is the brightest object in the nighttime, especially while near its full phase. There will be two of them in October. It will occur at October 1 at 5:05 p.m. EDT or 21:05 GMT. The next brightest object is Venus, which is shining at a magnitude -4.1 in the eastern sky between 3:45 a.m. and sunrise every morning. Third up is Mars. It's the very red and bright eye-catching object in the southern east sky. During the evening last week, Mars officially became brighter than Jupiter. Mars looks brighter when it's closer to Earth and dimmer when it's farther away. In early October, we'll be almost as close to Mars as we ever get. Mars will then reach a maximum brightness of -2.6, and then it will quickly start to dim as we move away from the planet on our orbital racetrack. By October 27, Mars will already be dimmer than Jupiter. Speaking of Jupiter, it is the very bright white-colored magnitude -2.3 object shining in the southwestern sky after sunset every night. Jupiter too is dimming a little every night as we move farther away from it this fall. But Jupiter's brightness through the year doesn't vary as much as Mars does. The pre-dawn sky this month has the brightest star in the entire night sky, Sirius in Canis Major. Sirius shines at a magnitude -1.45. It's sharing in the morning sky with Venus, although it is located much farther south. The next brightest object is the orange-tinted star, Arcturus. This magnitude -0.05 star will pop into view in the western sky after dusk. Up next is the bright blue-white star, Vega. A long time ago, Vega was chosen to anchor the magnitude scale and assigned magnitude of 0.0. So 0. Since then, refinements in measurements have altered its value slightly to 0.03. The bright yellow star Capella is next to Line. This magnitude 0.08 star, barely dimmer than Vega, will catch your eye as it twinkles over the northeastern horizon after 10 p.m. local time. Last up is yellow-tinted Saturn. It's easy to identify this year because it has been partnered with much brighter Jupiter all summer. Saturn at magnitude 0.46 is actually 13.5 times dimmer than Jupiter. You can easily find stars, constellations, and planets with Star Walk 2 app, and etc. Bye. See you next time. See you soon. Bye.